Today I've got you with the ultimate guide to Nuking Vondel. Now this is going to be a two-part series. Part 1 is going to be breaking down this gameplay, talking about tips and strategies to win 5 games in a row. That's how we unlock the ability to do the nuke. The second part is, of course, breaking down the nuke game, talking about tips and strategies to actually pull it off and nuke Vondel. Now starting off right here, this is in Battle Royale, not Resurgence. So we do have strongholds, and strongholds are going to be very important. Are they completely 100% necessary? No, you can still win games if you don't do them, but they are a huge advantage for 3 main reasons. Notice that punt and actual are already down below. I'm going to take rooftop here, grab a gun. I'm going to be able to get this 1 kill, and then I'm just going to go ahead and push down below with my teammates. We are going to be kind of stacking beyond belief here, which we'll talk about more in a second, but you know, Stronghold here does 3 things. Number 1, gives us our loadout. Number 2, gives us a mini UAV. The most important thing, though, and what will allow you to have the most consistent success is completing the black site, and the Stronghold gives us that black site key. Around the corner here, you see us playing as a squad. I'm going to get down right there as punt goes down, but notice that actual is going to trade with me. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to push back to the flag here. I'm going to sit on the flag to make sure we're capping. The moment it slows down, I notice that somebody's around the corner, so I back off here. I get the break, and look as my teammates come swarming. We got Freedom God to the right side. We got Actual pushing in there. We got Punt pushing in there, and we are just going to swarm this team. If you are looking to win 5 games in a row, which isn't the easiest thing to do, you need to be stacking. You need to be, playing together as a squad, watching your angles, covering for one another, communicating, all of those things. You're going to see it right here. Punt's going to go for the res. Freedom God's going to push out. He grabbed his loadout already. Actual is going to go ahead and trade with him. And just like that, guys, we're able to wipe here early. We notice we have the mini UAV up, so we know exactly who's around us at this point. And now what we are going to do here is, as I mentioned before, black site is the most important thing to consistent success. So yes, there are 2 guys above us. We are just going to leave them. Actual's only got 2 plates. Punt has none. I have none. Freedom God has 3. We're not going to loot up a ton here. We are going to go straight to the black site to cap this. The black site basically is the gold mine. Now, we end up going to the wrong building at first before pushing over right here. So we're going to push in. Of course, at this point, guys, you got the Juggernaut, so we're going to go ahead and push in right here. Juggernaut is straight across, and once we take out the Juggernaut, that's when we really get momentum going. If you're subscribed to me, and I talk about this all the time in Resurgence, momentum, momentum, momentum. This is where we build our momentum right here. We're going to take out the Jug. The Jug is going to pop out a ton of stuff, and I want to kind of pause here for a second because this is going to give us everything that we need to really set us up for success. In Battle Royale, we've got Gulag. This is a redeploy, what's it called? It's called a redeploy pack. So that allows you to easily redeploy. It has an armor box. It has muni boxes generally. This one didn't, but generally it does. We've got self-revive. We've got durable gas mask. We even throw double armor box, which isn't a big deal, because none of us really had plates to begin with. So we're going to go ahead, and now what do we do from here? One thing I do want to say is, like, doing Stronghold and Black Site aren't 100% necessary. We had games that we won where we ended up a little bit in the blender. We weren't able to get it. It's just so much easier if you're able to get the Stronghold in the Black Site. We've got a ton of cash. We all have durables. We all have self. We all have plates. We all have loadout. We obviously keep this loadout up right here just in case we need to regain. And, the other thing that I will add, guys, is it's not really about getting a ton of kills. It's not dropping, a 30 kill game individually, a 40 kill game. It's about winning, and part of that is going to be getting kills, which is what I want to talk about here in a second. Now, we do grab bounty contracts, guys. Cash flow is going to be crucial. You're going to see our strategy right here is grab bounty contracts, pop UAVs, kills. Grab bounty, pop UAVs, kills. And that's going to be our strategy. Now, there's one of 2 ways that you can do this once you get your momentum going. You can either go try to kind of sit center circle if you're not as confident fighting. Try to find that center circle area where it's going to be. Make sure your rotations are early and set up shop and play positioning. Remember, the whole goal here is to win. It's not to drop a crazy high kill game or anything like that. Your goal is to win here. So you can absolutely go sit in center circle and play it from there. Our strategy, and if you are a better player, this is what you should be doing, is just to push. The reality is the less people that are in endgame, the better off you're going to be. The easier it's going to be to clutch. If you get an endgame where there's 25 people left, it's going to be straight chaos versus if there's only 10. So our goal here is to get as many kills as possible. Wipe as many teams, and you're going to see that. We push the bounty contract right here. We're going to play a little bit of high ground. Notice our positioning, right? We are like 4 stacked beyond belief here, which is exactly what you want to do. High alerted left side. right here, so I calm that. We've got one down this way. Notice if you look, Punt is kind of starting to look this way. He's fighting. Actual and I here are going to drop down below on this guy and kind of trade this out if we need to. I'm going to bounce down. Actual is going to get the kill, and now we're immediately going to go ahead and start working to this team over to our right side. Notice that Actual did get a wipe right, or Actual got the wipe right there. Punt is fighting over this way. Freedom God is fighting over this way. I'm going to go ahead and play a little bit of high ground. We see some shooting over that way. You can really see our spacing here. So right now, also look at our cash flow, guys. We've got a ton of cash flow. One of the reasons that I chose this game, I had a bunch of games that I could choose. One of the reasons I chose this game is because this mid game is just going to be about momentum. End game gets absolutely insane. End game is super, super chaotic. So we're going to really break that down as well. Precision airstrike on me, so we got to be careful of that. Also notice that I was high alerted. So we're going to use that high alert as info. Let's go ahead and pop UAV, right? So we pop UAV, nothing. Now, what I will say is Punt does have bird's eye here. So one of you guys should be running bird's eye so that ghosted players pop up on the minimap. So what you're going to see is as I go to push here, Punt is telling me that there's somebody around me. He goes, hey, there's one kind of right between us. He's down below, kind of in the building that we're on top of. And I'm not 100% sure where. Also notice the stacking right here. Punt's up above. I slide down. He's in this corner right here. We're able to get that down in thirst. Now what ends up happening is, and I want to highlight these guys, these are super, super important. You want to kind of take multiple of these into endgame. You want to try to get as many of these as possible for endgame. We call them pizza boxes, which are reinforcement flares. This makes it so you don't actually have to buy your teammate back. You just shoot these in the sky, your teammate comes back, and that's your regain. So makes it much easier later on if you can't rotate to a buy to be able to easily get your teammate back and make sure you're full strength. That's what we want in endgame, is everybody have self-revive, everybody have UAV, everybody have self-revive, everybody have durable gas mask. Make sure you have UAVs up and understand where people are, and then make sure you have reinforcement flares. Now, what are we going to do here? Not 100% sure where people are. You know, I'm going to go ahead, ping this bounty contract. We already have 40 grand, which is going to allow us to keep UAVs up, allow us to buy stuff if we need to, allow us to buy each other back. Now, instead of pushing bounty here, we just end up acting on this guy right here, and watch how we play this as a squad. When I talk about playing as a squad, guys, watch how we're trading this out. Watch how we're not rushing to revive. We're playing really close together. Right here, high alerted to my left side. Sure enough, Actual is going to challenge. There's enemy number one. Now, immediately, Freedom says, hey, there's two outside, two outside, two outside. Freedom goes down. We saw Snoop in the doorway. Snoop in the doorway there. Gets the down, gets the thirst. I'm going to quickly go ahead as we turn the corner. We get this guy. We tap Freedom right there to keep his self-revive. We go out and get the thirst. And that's how quick it happens, guys. As you start to get better as a squad, this is how you really start to play together and communicate where people are. You're acting on information. Obviously, you got to execute. We hit shots right there because he's getting team shot. Around the corner, I cover for Punt to his right side. We tap Freedom God real quick to get up. We're going to go ahead and get that kill right there. And now we go ahead and revive Punt just like that. And we didn't lose anybody. Now, even if we did lose somebody, this is where we talk about the regain, guys, and perk packages, right? One of the biggest changes, notice I pinged that for my teammates to make sure we grab it. One of the biggest differences is your perk packages drop. So the regain's much easier because even if somebody goes down there, we just buy them back, they fly back in, they grab their guns, they grab their perk packages, and just like that, we're back to full strength. We don't really have anything to worry about. Now, in this moment, I am going to go ahead. We pop a UAV right there. We notice a bunch of people are over to this right side market area, or a little bit further than market. So we're just going to go ahead and push. Like I said, this is where you can go one of two ways here. You can just kind of chill, right? Kind of chill at police station here. You know, keep your UAVs up. You obviously got good cash flow already. Keep your UAVs up and just kind of wait for people to try to push into you. Or you can play a little bit more aggressive. You know, play smart, play together, trade, you know, make the smart decision. If you're last alive, don't go challenge, just back off. Stay alive. At the end of the day, that's the name of the game. Stay alive, get to end game, and then clutch. Right here, we're just going to keep pushing, though. We're going to keep trying to take out as many people as possible. And there was actually a game where we burned. I want to highlight this. I don't have the actual breakdown of it, but there was a game where we had burned our gulags early, and my teammates were pushing, and I just kind of held back, right? I just kind of played a little bit of positioning. I looked over them. I live ping for them. I shoot some guys. But overall, I wasn't going to get too much in the mix because I didn't want us to get full wipe. So that's another thing. You know, maybe you can let your teammates go a little bit. You be the respawn if you need to. Make sure you can buy them back. Now, right here, we got a bunch of people. We're not going to push this. We're just going to play our positioning. We're just going to pick off as many people as possible here. We got the UAV up, which tells us exactly where everybody is. One flying over that way. I think that guy's going to go down right there. Yep, there's the wipe right there. We got one guy flying in. That guy goes down because of the team shot. Notice, I don't know what we're at kill-wise. I'm only at 6. I hear some coughing over to my right side, and now we're going to go ahead and just make sure we're in a good spot here. We're going to play a little bit of positioning. Play up top. Yep, right there. We're able to get that guy who's out in the open. Good shots right there. There's kill number 7. High alerted to the left side, so got to be careful here. Notice my teammates are just about in zone, and we're just holding people out of circle, guys. That's it. Like, we're just playing really smart here, playing our positioning. There's another wipe right there. I do think we end up with about 40 kills at the end of this, but notice how strategic we're playing, right? One guy flying above, that guy's just going to get smoked out of the sky. We live ping to easily get that kill right there. And then they actually ended up calming one down below. Punt ends up going down here, but we're able to get the wipe. Just like that, we're up to 9 kills, 1 flying in. And what do? We're going to go ahead and we're going to go start to push these guys. Like I said, we're going to play this aggressive. Now, this is obviously because we're better players here, but this is how how aggressive we're going to play. In this moment, by the way, I will say one of you guys needs to take lead. I stopped saying, like, can somebody, let's get a UAV or something like that. Instead, I said, hey, hey, Freedom God, buy a UAV. Like, call out a specific person who has enough cash. I see our cash flow. I see that actual Punt and Freedom God all have enough for a UAV. Call out somebody in particular to buy it. Don't leave any doubt of like, oh, I thought you were going to buy it. I thought you were going to buy it. You know, call out somebody in particular. We're going to go ahead and pop. And once again, you're going to see us put ourselves in a position here. We grab bounty contract to just get some kills and play positioning here. We're waiting for UAV. We're waiting for UAV. I'm kind of waiting for these guys to push. Now we're going to go ahead and maybe we didn't get a UAV. Maybe we did not get a UAV here. Oh, I think we did, and we're going to pop it right here. We did end up getting a UAV. We were going to hold it. Yeah, there's the UAV. And by the way, Punt did calm that there was a ghosted player above us here. So notice the team back behind, right? We want to keep in mind this team rotating in. And, of course, a bunch of people that we can easily hold out a circle. When you play positioning, by the way, watch us stack right here. This guy just has no chance. He thought he had a chance, but there's all 4 of us. That guy just doesn't have a chance. When you play your positioning, right, in circle, with high ground, you know, with cover, these are pretty easy kills right here. These are very low risk, high reward. Because they're low risk, if we get shot, we can easily back off, right? We've got our teammates right there with us. But they're high reward because look at how many kills we're able to pick up right here. There's one right there. We're able to get that kill. We're going to be able to pick up another kill here in a second of a guy that's flying in above. And just like that, Gulag is closing right here, and we're still about, you know, we picked up a bunch of kills, but still a pretty healthy lobby right here. We want to try to find a way to keep picking off more and more people. You know, nobody else in the lobby was really fighting. That's why there's so many people left. So we're down to 27 other enemies right here. Now, in this moment, guys, especially once Gulag closes, the only thing that matters is your end game, right? Remember, the goal of this is just to win. That's it. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to rotate early here. And I calm this immediately. I'm like, guys, stop what we're doing. We need to go ahead and push over here to police. We need to take police here. Now, with Black Site, you also get an advanced UAV. Advanced UAV tells you where everybody is. Notice we get the direction and the movement of these guys, but notice these players right here. These 2 right here are ghosted, so even ghosted players pop up. The other thing is this lasts 60 seconds, so we're going to have 60 seconds of knowing where everybody is and where they're moving to. Now, this right here, I'm going to tell you this right now as we get into endgame. This right here is a sweat squad, and there's another sweat squad that is over in Museum that we're going to end up running into. And this is where even with full momentum, right? Lobby hasn't been anything too crazy up until this point. You still got to execute when it matters most. Now, we're going to get caught in a little bit of a weird spot here. You know, we're going to end up, this fight goes pretty south for us, and we've got to figure out how we're going to win this. Now, we don't really capitalize on the advanced UAV as much as we need to. We basically should have just pushed down on these guys and completely four-stacked them with the advanced UAV, but we decide to play a little bit of high ground, and that puts us in a tough spot. I'm looking at this guy down below. I don't know where this guy is. This guy ends up being in the building. Now, at this point, what you're going to see here is we hear the zip down below. Notice that Freedom God gets tagged up a little bit. I get tagged up a little bit. They're not going to kind of push us, but we're kind of losing control of this fight right here. We've got to figure out how to get control back. We've got teams over to our right side here. We're just not quite able to get downs, and we see some guys over this way. I don't have any Semtex. I see guys down below me. I thought I had a Semtex, which is why I threw the throwing knife there. I see some guys down below me, and I know in this moment, guys, I'm calming, like, let's go push, let's go push, let's go push. Let's get this team out now before the circle gets too condensed and we get put in a tough spot. But we end up playing this a little bit more patient until we get precision. We're going to end up getting precision here in a second. And notice now the advanced UAV is done. And just like that, we don't have a really good sense of where they are. We're getting shot. We're getting precision. And I'm like very clear in this moment, guys. We need to push down, push down. We need to get this team out. We absolutely need to get this team out. So Actual's with me, Punt's with me, Freedom God's with me. And now we're just going to go start trading this out. Trying to figure out where this guy is. I'm going to play a slightly different angle here. Notice one guy's pushing out the door. So we're going to easily get this kill. There's one. There's number one right there. Notice because Actual gets full killed, Punt's able to clutch this up with the kill. And what do? We're easily able to buy back here. We're easily able to buy back just like that. Actual's back in. Look at our cash flow. We got 55 grand in this moment. 6 other teams, 18 other players. That's not really an issue there because we're able to get that wipe. Now, in this moment, I'll tell you what else I was thinking. Once again, very clear comms are crucial. Hey, guys, I'm buying 2 UAVs. I need somebody to buy another one. Somebody has to buy another one here. And I said it multiple times. There's number 1. There's number 2. Of course, I don't have enough for a third. I don't know who ends up buying it. Punt ends up buying it. So Punt's got, there's the UAV right there. And now just like that, we have another minute of an advanced UAV. Why? Because we had so much cash flow, it was very easy to get another one. So we got this team pushing in. Now, we were a little bit... a touch discombobulated here. I'm going to be honest. This end game was very hectic, and I kept saying we need to push gas, we need to push gas, and we got caught in a little bit of a weird spot here. We get caught in a little bit of a weird spot. Punt ends up being able to tag team this with me. Notice that there's still people in police. I get high alerted that side. As I do go challenge that way, I end up going down, right? So, okay. This is why self-revives are so important. Notice I still have durable. We all still have our self-revives. I'm going to go ahead and self-revive right here, and then unfortunately I get re-down from the mortar. Not an issue. I'm just going to go in the gas here. I'm going to use self-revive. Punt's going to go ahead and revive me. Watch Actual to the right side. Actual is going to end up going down here, right? So as soon as I get up, I'm going to go challenge this guy with Punt. He ends up thirsting. Not an issue. We gotta redeploy flare, right? We got the pizza box. Boom, there's the redeploy flare. And notice that in this situation, guys, if we don't have those redeploy flares, there's no buyback. This is a portable one. We can't hit this in gas. There's no buybacks. And what ends up happening is Actual would be dead. So right here, we get that one. We challenge this guy around the corner. Right there, we're able to get the kill. But even if I can't, notice that Punt's with me. And now what I see is just like that, we've got 4 other people here, right? 4 other enemies alive. And we know where they all are. 3 are on this rooftop over here, and 1 is down below this way. Yep, 1 is down below us. Now, notice we're still full strength. Punt is reviving. Punt has no plates. We're getting full scent. So I calm like, hey, guys, we're getting full scent here. Just be really careful. And this is chaotic, guys. This happens so fast. This is where you got to be on the same page. Punt ends up getting tagged up. Now, what ends up happening is because I said people on the roof, Freedom God calls precision. He forces them off, right? So that A buys us a little bit of time, but we're kind of looking for them to jump. And I still don't know where these guys jump to. I still have no idea where these guys jump to. They pushed across, I think. So now we're going to go ahead and try to rotate early here. We're going to go ahead and rotate early. I'm pushing in. Notice my teammates are going to be right behind me. There goes Freedom God. There goes Actual. There goes Punt. I say, hey, let's rotate this early. Let's get positioning. We'll hold him out. We'll easily clutch this up. As I go to push up this way, I get smoked. Now, I kind of said, hey, I'm dead here, and I have no self-revive. But watch Actual. Actual and Freedom God say, nope, nope, nope. I got you. We're looking over. Just play down low. Right there. There is a knock. He's going to get a knock on that guy, or maybe he just tagged him up enough that he backed off. Yeah, tagged him up enough that we backed off. We're still in a 4v3 situation. 1 down below here. We start all shooting at this guy right here. Still shooting at him. He's broken, trying to get that kill. There's a wipe. And just like that, guys, we can breathe easy here. We're in a 4v1 situation. We're not going to lose this. Final circle's closing in. We're still in a really good position. So, guys, overall, when it comes to winning those 5 games, 44 kills. When it comes to winning those 5 games, Stronghold, Black Site, get your durables, get your advanced UAVs, get bounties, pop UAVs, either push people or sit in circle and set yourself up for endgame. Redeploy flares are crucial. Make sure you have enough to buy back at any point in time. Use your advanced UAV to tell where everybody is and where everybody is moving to. And then from there, we just got to clutch. I hope you found today's video helpful. Make sure you are subscribed for part 2, which is coming soon, and I will see you in the next one.